So I got this Makita battery, 3 amp hour, 18 volts, probably a couple years old, and I put on the drill and she no go, no chooch. Put on the charger and also no go, doesn't want to charge it. So something's wrong. Says here it should have 18 volts. So I stuck my probes in there and Mr. Fluke says under a volt. So I wonder, thinking I either have a bad cell or maybe the fuse opened in the battery for some reason on account of self-preservation. So let's see if we can open the sucker up and see what's going on. So before we get into deep, I gotta make some room on the workbench here. Perfect. Okay, now we can get to work. So I had to look down these little holes here, and it is a Torx bit, and I do have some nice Torx bits, but the suckers, you can't see it, but it's a little Torx bit with a little tit in the center of it, a little nub. I happen to have some Torx bits here, and I stuck it on a screwdriver, but of course they made the holes too small, so the bit doesn't fit in there. I can't reach the screw to get any traction. So the first step is you grab your drill index with half the bits missing and you try to find the one that's closest closest to the hole you want to drill. Let's see here. I think that one might work. No, it's gotta go bigger. Oh yeah. Way too big, just the way I like it. Let's give that a shot. Now the secret to getting this reamed out is to grab your number 25 record device here and crank her down until you hear it crack. And then back off about a quarter turn. And you just, oh, not tight enough there. Come on, baby. There you go. Let's give this a shot. Oh! Let's try that again. And tighten her up. It's hard to work one-handed. Maybe I'll use my knee here. Ugh. Perfect. Oh yeah. Let's do that to the other 3 holes. So you can see now. Oh, there she grabbed. So just put her in just enough to get your driver on it, and out she comes. Oh baby, success. This is a little hard to do one-handed because I'm just using my cell phone because it's a budget operation. But you can see I'm getting about 300 millivolts right now. And I'm going across basically parts that join the cells, different cells together. And so that kind of tells me I think the problem's in the pack. Maybe I have bad selling or drawing everything down. I'm not quite sure. So I think I'm going to pull it apart a little farther and just inspect it. There's no fusing that seems to be opened anywhere. These are just lithium ion cells, green ones. I'm not sure who makes these variety, but we'll probably find out here once I pull it apart. This is a little charge protection circuit on there, probably, measures battery temperature, and it'll probably lock the battery out too from the charger if it detects anything really bad with the pack. Since this is a steel workbench and this is a battery pack with a lot of potential in it to, explode and make some sparks, I put some wood on there to insulate it. But they put these stickers around the packs. just to insulate it to stop it from shorting. And you can see you got the metal strips there joining the packs together. So this joins this cell and this cell together. Okay, well, we found a problem on this one. It's visually apparent. And you can see if you look at that cell there, see how it's black and corroded and a little bit oozy? Yeah, she no good. But it should look like this one here. But yeah, it's kind of pussing out of there. It doesn't look too good. And if you flip it over here, see this cell here too kind of has the same issue there. You can see it kind of soaked into the paper and made it look kind of gross there. Whatever kind of juices flow out of the battery. So, yeah. I think for me, the cell is going to be a write-off. I don't think I'm going to try to save it. You could easily buy, like you can buy these, things everywhere. Maybe just for the sake of funsies, I'll pull a few of these cells out. But the trick is when you pull these off, pull these out, you can replace the bad ones. But then see this metal tab? It's spot welded to the end of the battery, and that's how they make a connection. So you need a way to spot weld those on. It's a couple ways of doing it, short of buying a little battery spot welder, which can cost you a pretty penny. But yeah, for me, it's not really worth it. I think I'll just spend $60 to $80 and buy a new cell. Batteries. Okay. Part here. Yeah. All right. Now there is a usable battery. Let's check them out and oh, that's a bad one. Yeah, I think she's got to go. Yeah, this one's no good. Well, there's a few good ones in here. Now, Mr. Makita says it's an 18-volt drill. So, if you look at the way these are put together, you can see these two batteries are joined, positive to positive, and then negative, negative, joined to positive, positive of this end. So these are seriesed like this all the way along. And of course I took these two off. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to get 18 volts out of 5 of them, you're going to need, well, I don't know, 3.5 to 4 volts each. So I know 3.7 volts is a common voltage of these. So if this is 3.7 plus 3.7 plus 3.7 plus 3 plus anyhow times 5, I think that's what, 18.5 volts if these are all seriesed up. Actually, if you take this a little farther, this is 3 amp hours. So since they have 2 of them in parallel all the way along, so you can see the pack is too wide. So even though they're 3.7 each series, there's 2 of them that are in parallel series along. So these are about 1500 milliamp hours or 1.5 amp hours each. And then you put 2 in parallel and you get about 3 amp hours. So I'm thinking these are 3.7 volts, 1.5 amp hour batteries. Which means if you hook a load up to it, that's about 1.5 amps. It should last an hour before running dead if it was charged perfectly. But I'm gonna hook this up and we'll see what happens here. And if we can revive it, I'll try it in my laser and should be pretty cool. No more laser batteries, woohoo! So easy way to hook up to these is just to use some magnets. This old magnets out of a hard drive, neodymium. And I don't know what these two are, but these two aren't conductive, so I couldn't put my leads right on the battery. So I put a quarter between them and stuck my leads on a quarter, and that sucks the quarter to the battery. So Anyhow, um, she's charging. She's taking a charge. Actually, yeah, we'll just leave it there for a little bit and see what happens. Had a bad connection, just had to wiggle it a bit. That's why it was in constant voltage mode there. But she's charging now. You can see it's taking 60 milliamps. It's at 0.8 volts, so she's going. So excited. Okay. Shouldn't take too long because it's a pretty small cell, but we'll see. I have some other cells that I bought off eBay a little while ago for my laser, and they came charged, but I haven't tried charging them yet. So if I can charge this guy up, maybe I'll charge the other ones up, and then I'll have a bunch of them. So I was not able to revive them for some reason. They just won't take a charge. I guess they've been dead for too long in the pack. So it is what it is. I cranked up the voltage to about 4 volts and set it at 100 milliamps, but they just don't take any current at all. So I guess they're no good. Oh well, can't win them all. Thanks for watching.